potential trade deal, Derek. How likely, I guess, is the EU to get a positive response from Beijing, especially at this point?
Well, David, I think in large part it depends on what they ask for. We have seen a fair number of Western economies. Certainly, you and I have talked at length about where the U.S. has tried to increase the presence of its own companies on Chinese shores, not necessarily with a ton of success. But the EU is trying to sort of go down some of that road. They want a little bit more what they're calling reciprocity between, what China is able to do in Europe vis-a-vis what European companies are able to do in China. There's some concern that European firms are still a little bit more shut out of China than the reverse. And so there's going to be that look for rebalancing there. Now, on something like that, on something like trade packages, you are talking about some things where maybe there is some room to play there. But the other part of that report and that equation is that Europe is looking at being a little bit more vocal, let's say, on human rights issues related to China, and there you tend to get the very standard Chinese line that is an internal issue, and that internal issues are the province of China and not the province of anybody else. So if you're looking for movement there, or you're trying to condition something on movement there, you run into the familiar roadblocks that we've seen in other sorts of things this year and last.
Derek, also in that part of the world, reports this morning the UK will be banning Chinese post-grad students here from studying sensitive subjects related to national security. What more do we know? Very briefly.
Well, the very basic thing is that the UK had some rules about what you could study, and they were really focused towards subjects that would kind of get folks towards weapons of mass destruction. If you can sort of fill in the blanks on what subjects those might be, but this is going to expand this into a little bit more military technology kind of thing. So it's sort of broadening the horizon of what is considered a sensitive subject that it will not allow those students to study. The idea is that it will probably affect hundreds of students, according to the Times of London.